Hi guys, my name is Meets. This is going to be a review for Figma 230 and this is a Terraformar. Now if you haven't seen Terraformars, it's a very interesting show. Actually it was a manga also. And basically scientists thought that, hey, why don't we terraform Mars using cockroaches and algae. In turn, it will create the heat and melt the ice, something to that aspect. And it's a very simple ecosystem, but little did they know, the experiment went basically went over what they're planning it to be, and the cockroach evolved into something more sinister. And the premise of the show is to go to Mars, capture this little guy, this huge guys, and bring them back, because I think the initial, the first couple ones, they were able to bring some of the cockroaches back, and they also brought in some kind of virus. Yep, they should have quarantined that. Oh well, anyways, it got around and start killing people, this deadly virus, and they're trying to find a cure for that. And the only way to do that is to capture live ones, and maybe they can culture the vaccine for it. Yeah, so that's basically the premise of the show. And on top of that, we have these brave recruits that are sent out to capture these guys. They have their body enhanced with a different kind of like genetic mutation. Very interesting concept, and I really like it. Like they have some crazy superpowers. So anyways, here's the first one. Hopefully not the last. We get a Terraformer. It's the cockroach little guy thing. Side here. I was initially not getting this because he just looked weird. But after watching the show, we just gotta have it. And unfortunately, this is sold out. And something tells me some people bought a couple of them, because you normally don't see them once. They're in like a group. Well, in some parts of the show, it does show that there's a couple of them. Yeah, pretty cool. And they like to say jog. Some weird syllable, jog. Alright, so let's take a look inside. Alright, so quick size comparison right next to the Figma Captain America. Yeah, this guy is huge. Something tells me this is kind of like a precursor that it is possible to make the Incredible Hulk in Figma. Maybe a little bigger than this, but it's doable. And this guy's crazy. He's huge, he's ripped, and he's ready to kill. Yep. Yeah, I'm not even sure if Captain America can stand up to a Terraformar. Yeah, I mean, from the anime, they're brutal. But who knows? Maybe Captain America can. Alright, and this guy's just a lot of muscular details on this. Kind of reminds me of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. If they ever make a Figma of that, it's gonna look something like this. Crazy. I mean, you have a bicep, and it's like a bicep and a bicep right there. Crazy. Even on the back. And there are a few points here that I think it's fragile, especially the antenna here. But I do find that if you bend it, not really a problem. I mean, it's bendable, it doesn't break. And you have this horns on the back or the butt area. It's made of flexible material, so not much a problem there. Other than that, I do see a huge gap here for the knee. But yeah, it's not really, I mean, we're not really going to be looking much on the back. It's mostly in the front. In the front, it looks great, even if you bend it. Yeah, it's not too bad. And again, something tells me they're going to do the same thing for Hulk. Yep, so articulation-wise, you have the neck. Yep, and kind of like the show, some of the bugs, oops, get their heads, or some of the Terraformers get their head ripped. So you can do some crazy poses with that. You can look down. I think you can look up also. A little bit. You get this kind of flap here on the back, kind of like the hair. Well, not really a hair, it's more like a protective layer. I do notice there's a peg hole here. Not sure if it's the same as the Figma connector part for the base. But I do see in the show that some of them do fly. I wonder if they're gonna release a version where you have wings on the back. That'd be cool. I really hope that they do extend this line further. I mean, I think there's just a lot of fans out there for Terraformars. Elbow articulation, we get 90-degree bent. You get the wrist. Pretty cool. And we'll go on the different hands later on. Now for the torso or the midsection, they don't have a waist articulation, but there are 2 joints on the mid part, so you can do some really nice bends. Get the foot here. Get that huge joint there on the waist. I mean, this is just crazy. And he is a little heavy too, so something tells me. I wonder if you can balance it. I mean, the joint just on the ankle holds it fairly well, but you may need to have a support for him to do a high kick. We already covered the knee bend. And you get the ankle, same thing. And you also have toes. There you go, that's pretty much it for the articulation. Really nice. I mean, this guy is just... Oh, I think I forgot about the shoulder. You get a Figma joint right there. Yeah, really nice. Alright, so that's about it, and let's go over the hands. Alright, so there's quite a variety of hands, and let's start with open hands right here. You got a pair of them, and actually all of them has this clear plastic just to prevent it from shrinking. And there it goes. I don't know where it went. I have to find it later on. But that's that. You have a pair of karate chop. And actually he uses this to dash. So let's do a quick swap. Here we go. That didn't pop away. Oh, this one is stiff. Hindsight, I should have removed it from... There we go. Remove it before doing the demonstration. So just pop it out, and you get that nice straight peg right there. Do the same thing here. So in the show, they do show they like to sprint and just dash forward. So you can have some crazy sprinting movement. There we go. Really nice. And again, it might help out to have a Figma stand, which does come right here. You just need to open it. Alright, so we can do karate chops. So next part, so put that aside. We already went over that. You got a pointing finger only on the right hand. Then you have grabbing on the right, or left, sorry. So I think this is mainly for grabbing someone's head before he gets clobbered or smashed. This one is for pointing. And you got this weird pose. Not sure what this is. Some kind of signal for other terraformers out there. And there's always the sexual innuendo on this one, which some of you probably get it. And last but not least, you get a pair of club holding hands. You get a pair of them, and it's for this. Amazing. So let's try it out. Before we get to that, let's go ahead and swap this hand right here. Pop that out. There we go. I'm starting to like this bigger joints. Makes you wonder. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't mind if Figmas are slightly bigger. But then again, that's gonna be out of size for your other Figmas. Yeah, probably not gonna happen. Oh, who knows? Maybe they have a exception. But then again, that just becomes those real action heroes. Interesting. Anyways, let's pop this in. There we go. Actually, maybe a good idea to put this on here. So this one is really lightweight. Right, there we go. Just change the brightness. And it has a lot of really nice curvature. And it was lined, as you can see here, like a darker shade of brown. Yep. Really cool. It's really lightweight too, and this will help a lot when you're holding it. And I think it just gonna open this thing here. There we go. Come on. Really hope I get some paint chipping. Worry about it later. So anyways, actually I don't think there's, yeah, no, it's just me. Anyways, it's able to hold it. There we go. It's more secure, just on the lower part of the hand, or maybe on top. Anyways, that's that. And now we have a club. A club that's basically made from stone. I don't think there's trees yet on Mars, so this is made of stone, a stone club. Which I think doesn't really make sense, because doesn't stone readily break? But then again, it might be a good type of stone. It still look like wood to me. But anyways, they have those clubs, and they can do a lot of damage with this thing. Yep. Alright, and I think that's about it. Other than, well, there's that eye gimmick. You gotta have that, right? So we have this little connector here. You take this out, and this is to move the eyes around. I'm starting to be not a fan of this. The option is there, but I probably won't move it as much. Well, you know, let's give it a try. Yeah, it's not working. And as you can see, you can rotate his eye, and you get him in a certain pose where he's basically got knocked out, or he's crazy. Look at that. One lazy eye. Alright, so let's try to put this back. There we go. It's just looking forward. More or less, yeah. And as you can see from the back, I don't think the eyes, when they got painted, is centered. But you know what? It's there. It's just gonna be like that. Right, and I think that's about it. I have to say, this is a great figure. Hopefully they will release more of this, guys, or gets re-released. Unfortunately, well, the one I got from Amiyam is already sold out. Yeah, I mean, this is a great figure. You know, just from this, I can see that they can make the Incredible Hulk. It's a big figure. Really cool. And the joint holds up well. And again, it will help if you have a Figma stand, which I'll most likely install, because this guy is heavy. I don't want it toppling over, and you know, we got these fillers here. Maybe land on his butt. You don't want those things to pop off. Alright, that's about it for the review. If you have any questions, let me know. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.